I'm going to show you how to run a pre-order for your clothing brand in 2026. A pre-order is the fastest way to drop any new collection without over-ordering on inventory. No overhead. You can basically start for free right now, and it's effective if it's done right. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you everything on how to do that for absolutely free. I'm not trying to sell you anything. And if you're wondering if I've ever done a pre-order successfully, you can see one of my brands that has done 66K, and this is 100% on pre-order. We didn't have any inventory ordered ahead of time. To give you a bit of context on myself, my name is Fred Sanders. I've been in e-commerce for about a decade. I run the agency called Sanders Consulting, which helps clothing brands scale out to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K months, like we've done with hundreds of other people. If you want to apply for that, you can apply to work with us to help you scale your clothing brand. Link for that is down in the description. But let's go ahead and figure out, how do we get to these sexy months like this right here? So first and foremost, we need to focus on the actual setup, right? So this is the creation, the actual tech, what website you're going to be using. Most people will go out when they're doing a pre-order and they'll think they'll need to order samples. I personally feel it's a lot easier to go ahead and bypass this part and go straight into making the product images with actual AI. So if you guys look down here, these are images that are made with AI. AI is crazy right now. So the people didn't have to actually order these inventory, right? And wait for manufacturers to deliver it, which takes months of time, right? Just to figure out the product didn't sell. They can easily make these, mock-ups as AI, and they could use this to go ahead and sell and put on their actual product page. For an actual website, I would recommend you guys building this on Shopify. That's not what we're here to talk about. If you want to figure out how to build a website, I have more of those videos on my actual YouTube channel. We break you down one by one. But again, I would recommend you guys use AI sites. There's a ton of them out right now. You really can't go wrong. They're all amazing. And again, would you rather order a sample from your manufacturer, pay $200-300, wait for it to get in, then take pictures of it and then post it? Or would you rather do all that literally tonight with AI? Again, answer is kind of clear. You kind of just got to be able to move fast. Now, when you're running a pre-order, the biggest thing, and I feel like a lot of people get scared of this, is just overall expectations of the customer. Like, what is the customer going to feel? Am I going to get a bunch of chargebacks? Is it illegal? No. First and foremost, fully legal if you do it correctly. Your customer is going to be A-okay with it. In fact, I want you to think about the last time you ordered a product from a website from one of the brands that you love and the product took a couple weeks to ship. As long as the product's in pretty good condition, right? And it's exactly what you ordered, you're not that mad about it. You probably forgot, it showed up to your doorstep one day, boom, you're happy again, okay? So it's an okay thing to do for a brand once or twice in its very infancy. And like I said, since it's no overhead or anything, you don't have to spend $5,000-10,000 on inventory trying to get a brand going. You can literally get started today. So managing those expectations for your customer is important because you still want to have them sticking around and buying from your brand. So I would recommend updating your product page and your return section, okay? You need to state clearly that the item is going to be made to order. It's an actual pre-order. So if I give you an example from one of my clients' pages here, you can see we go to his product page, right? In the shipping section, this item is part of a first edition made to order run. It's a fancy way to say pre-order, right? Production occurs before shipping and timelines may vary, right? And then in addition to that, you need to also go in and make sure that you put in and update your shipping policy. So this is going to protect you from actual chargebacks from Shopify. If you don't do this, if the customer chargebacks, you're going to lose them. But if you update your shipping policy properly and it's in the actual description of the product that they're buying, you've stated everything that they need to do and they have to follow by the policy page. And that's going to protect you a lot from customers ordering and then doing a chargeback, and then you lose a bunch of money, right? That's going to protect you is the shipping policy page. So make sure you update your shipping policy and your return and refund policy. And again, have that somewhere on your actual product page. So you should have your shipping, exchanges and returns that links to the actual policy page. And I can give you an example of what you should put in that policy page right here. Your shipping policy page should look something similar to this. So if you want to pause the video and go ahead and copy this, that's fine. Or if you want me to send you this entire document, go ahead and comment the word pre-order down and I'll go ahead and send this over to you so you can have this full document. But basically, it's basically going over and letting them know the actual details of how long it's going to take. So because many of our pieces are often limited drops or pre-orders, we feel it's important to clearly set those expectations around delivery. We guarantee that every item will be delivered to your doorstep within a maximum of 180 days, right? And that basically protects you, and it gives you, which by the way, 180 days is a ridiculous amount of time. It gives you 180 days to make sure this pre-order happens. Most pre-orders should be done in about 1 or 2 months. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it gives you that timeline because it's in your shipping policy page that, hey, this was discussed. This is the expectations behind it. It's also in your description so customers know. And that's going to help customers understand that they're not buying a product that they assumed was ready to order, right? It has that pre-shipping information and that legal protection around it, again, to help you with chargebacks and stuff like that for your banks. So make sure you have these things properly updated. Now, the launch and just customer retention, this is a huge thing. Again, no matter how much you say it's a pre-order, your shipping policy, you update everything properly, right? And you make sure everything's to the T. Customers are going to be angry. This is your first time running a brand. Maybe you don't, but if you've ever run a business before, you'll notice everyone always has something to say about something, right? If you've ever run a pre-order and then not did a pre-order, you'll realize you get just about the same amount of customer complaints, whether they're getting their products in 3 to 7 days or they're getting it in 4 to 6 weeks. Customers are going to complain, right? I just feel personally, this is my way of looking at it. Most people in the world, out of every 20 people or so, one of them is going to be crazy, right? So we can expect out of every 20 customers that we have, one of them is going to be crazy, irrational, overreact, and just, blow a fit. They've already been told that it's a pre-order. You did everything. Again, you're legally protected. They can't charge back. They can't hurt or ruin your business. By the way, no matter how many times they threaten to sue you or take you to whatever, right? You're legally protected. You have all the things that you put in proper place. By the way, this isn't legal advice, but I'm just showing you how we've set it up. And again, from my perspective, how you should make sure you do that. But again, stay on top of customer emails. The biggest thing that you want to make sure you do is customers are going to go and complain, right? The people who do complain typically just want to understand what's going on with the order. They want to make sure they just didn't get scammed and you ran off with their money and they're just kind of confused. So as long as you let them know, again, just another quick reminder, production's underway, right? Imagine a customer goes and says, hey, where's my order? I would respond to something similar to this. So again, you can copy this. This is exactly what I would send to a customer. Let's say they say, where's my order? Or, hey, it's been a couple of days since I received it. Say, hey, whatever the customer name is, thank you for reaching out. Your order is currently in production. All the items are made to order, which takes around 3 or 4 weeks, right? You'll receive your tracking info as soon as it ships. Let us know if you have any other concerns, right? Then you put your company name. You can obviously change this 3 to 4 weeks to match your actual timeline on the actual production. But again, just make sure you're staying on top of responding to customer emails. The day you do a pre-order and then ghost your customers, you're going to get way more chargebacks. But I guarantee if you're updating your customers and properly emailing them, you may out of 100 or 200 orders, you may get 1 or 2 chargebacks, which isn't even a big deal, right? Because again, most of the times, if you're set up properly, you're set up to be able to win those in the first place, okay? Just make sure they're up to date. Now, flipping the bulk, this is the best thing. And the thing about pre-orders, once you hit your target number of pre-orders, typically my target number is however much it costs to buy the bulk. So if it costs $5,000 and I'm selling $100 shirts, I might want to sell 50 or 75 pieces first with my pre-order, have enough money to buy the bulk. And then with the bulk, I may buy 150 items. So that way I have a little bit extra just in case I get a couple extra orders while everything's in production, all right? Keep in mind, bulk's going to take about 4 weeks. Just general manufacturing tips. If you're struggling with your manufacturer, when you get to this step, you don't have a manufacturer, again, I have other videos on my YouTube covering how to find a manufacturer and that whole fancy stuff. You can find a manufacturer or you can work with us. We have our own manufacturers. Again, Sanders Consulting, link to that is in the description. But pretty much you want to move from bulk pre-order to getting these customers their products as quickly as possible. So try not to run a super long pre-order. I try to keep my pre-order window from when the customer orders it to when they're actually delivering it, and we're delivering it no longer than that 4 to 6 week mark. So I may run a pre-order for a week, 2 weeks, order the bulk, get it to my customer. So try to be fast and efficient. Do everything that I said in this video to the T. You should be good. I hope this video was helpful. If you need help scaling your clothing brand, or you want to work with me one-on-one and have me help you scale your clothing brand and my team, you can apply for that. Like I said, link in the description. Other than that, that's what I got for you guys in the video. See you guys later. Peace.